to Southpaw Diecast. I'm Scott. Today we got a modern casting, and it's a station wagon style, and it's called the Crate 8. And I've had it for a while and just thought one of these days I want to do a really cool custom job on one. So I've got an idea of the direction I want to go. So stick around and I'm going to get this thing apart. Okay, so we got the Crate 8 taken apart, and I've already got it drilled. It only had one post in the front, and there's a clip on the back, so everything's in good shape. Clean up the windshield a little bit. We're going to get all that gaudy looking chrome off the interior. Definitely going to do a wheel swap. Haven't decided whether or not I'm going to paint the base silver or not. And then, of course, we're going to get the body in the citrus strip and get all that paint off, and we'll be ready to go. So stick around. Alright, so here we are at the vat of the orange Toxi-Goo, and put her in, and down she goes. And we're going to give it some help. We're going to let that soak for a while and then see what the casting looks like underneath. Okay, so we got the body out of the citrus strip. Now I'm going to go over it with my Scotch-Brite wheel like I always do, and prep for me to polish it with the flits, because I'm going to do this in the Spectraflame Gold. And I'm just taking off some of the tarnish, and it just makes it easier, and I think it makes it a little quicker to polish the casting when you do this part. Alright, let's continue on. Okay, so after going over the whole casting with the Scotch-Brite wheel, I'm now whipped out the flits, and we're going to polish this to a chrome-like finish for the Spectraflame paint. And I can't say enough about flits. I know I've said it before. Sounds like I'm beating a dead horse, but I just stick with what works the best. I know there's other polishes out there, and they probably do a great job, but I'm just brand loyal, I guess. When something works and I really like it, I just stick with it. So just take your time and go over it, and you don't need a lot. And all of a sudden, once that polish starts to really thicken up and dry to the wheel, you'll start seeing the results, and it does a great job. So let's move on. Okay, so as you can see, we're at the paint booth, and spraying the casting with Tamiya Fine Primer, and there's a reason. I was going to go with the Spectraflame Gold. I polished the casting and looked at it, and I just didn't like the color with the decals I was going with. I just pictured it, I guess a different type of gold. I just didn't like it, so I threw it back in the stripper, and we're going to do a different paint job. So let's continue. Okay, so after the Tamiya Fine Primer dried, I'm now going to go over it with a Createx. It's like a pearl green. I've only used this color once, way back about 2 years ago on my second build, and just haven't used it again till now. And I love the color, and I think it's going to look a lot better than the gold that I tried. And it just, again, I just didn't like the looks of it. So I decided to change it to this paint job. And so far it's going on really good. And I'm really liking the color on this wagon. So I think it's going to look a lot better than the gold. The gold just, it was almost too gold or too much gold, if that makes any sense. But I like this color, and I haven't used it in a long time, so we're going to use this color, and we're going to put the decals and see what it looks like. Alright, stick around. Okay, so the Crate 8 is all ready. Didn't have to do nothing to the windshield because it's brand new. Went ahead and did a little bit of detail there on the interior. The little bit of a dash, the steering wheel, and then I colored the valve covers black, and I made some red injectors, and then put the little dots on top to make it look like you're seeing down in them. And then, of course, we did a wheel swap with some cool looking rims. And we did this paint job and got these patriotic flames on it. So let's get it back together and let's see what it looks like. Okay, so this is where we started with the Grade 8 casting. So now let's get to the reveal. Okay, and here she is, the Grade 8, and all customized in the patriotic flames and stuff. Not entirely sure I'm completely happy with it. The one thing that you can notice on the side of the car is part of the patriotic flames is lapping over the chrome trim right there in the front part of the door. I'm not for sure how I feel about it. I'm getting used to it a little bit better, but I was thinking when I first cut these decals for the side that the top of those flames were going to be just right below that trim, and it ended up not being the case. And I did have to trim off a lot of the decal for the hood. It was just too large, and I was going to try to overlap it down, but it just wouldn't lay right, so I just left it alone. I mean, I'm still happy with this. It looks cool. I love the wheels. I love the stance of it and detailing the motor, but that just overlapping that chrome trim just kind of bothers me a little bit. But tell me what you guys think down below in the comments. I want to know your honest truth. Do you like it? Is it okay? Or should I just take it back apart, throw this in the citrus strip, and just do another color? I was going to do actually gold, Spectraflame gold, and I got it all on there, and I just didn't like the looks of it. I like this color better. The gold was just, I thought it was going to look different with those decals when I held them up, and I just didn't like it, so I threw it back in the citrus strip, and I went with this color. I haven't used this color by Createx in a very long time. But if you like this video, hit the like button, subscribe. It's always free. And again, let me know what you think about that part of the decal overlapping that trim. And we'll see you next time.